Brody. I'm the Chief Financial Officer and Marketing Officer.
I'm Alexis. I'm the COO and the CTO.
I'm Cameron, I'm the CEO.
And we're Cooling Cleats.
Okay, so we have this, our story about our cooling boots are, we had a player named Cameron Elliott. So he was playing this football game and it's a tackle he makes all the time, but it was a hot day. And like, he was so tired. He had to keep on worrying about his feet hurting every time he takes a step. So he went to his coach at halftime about it. The coach handed him some cooling cleats. The cleats helped keep his feet cool. And he didn't have to worry about that in the back of his mind. He didn't have to take a step. He wasn't as tired as he was in the first half. And he was making the tackles that he usually makes. Like it was like the weather was normal.
Customer segments. Our customer segments are athletes, primarily Texas high school football players, their parents, and coaches. We're also going to be looking to expanding to other fields like soccer, baseball, and some in the near future.
Some of our competitors are Blue Sol, Nike, and Adidas. Blue Sol is a heat insert that you put into your cleat that will basically protect your feet from overheating. Nike and Adidas, they don't have any cooling technology to help your feet. Therefore, we're basically trying to help that.
Okay, with our customer survey, we sent out some surveys to the athletes in our school playing outside sports. And these are our top 3 things that came out. We had comfort, which is number 1. We're gonna cater to that most. Then we have design and support, who came pretty close. But we're gonna focus more on comfort because that's the highest in demand.
As seen in the previous slide, in the surveys, the main problem for these athletes are comfort. So to fully achieve comfort, we basically have to get rid of this problem of overheating cleats in the field. We have come up with an idea to make a design of cleats that will both give a passive and an active cooling effect.
Our UVP is keeping you cool and comfortable, and our cleats are going to maximize your performance by preventing overheating in your feet.
For our market size, first thing we did, we looked at the state of Texas. We looked at the United States. We looked at the football players in the United States. Then we came down to Texas. That's one of the states that's gonna have the biggest problem with this. Then we went down to Texas football players. Then we went down to Texas high school football players because that's gonna be our most valuable market because of students. We have kids looking at it. Then we have parents also buying it for their kids already. And that's why we wanna start off our business until we expand.
As seen in this graph, our projected revenue for the next 3 years. For the first year, we expect $170,000. For the second year, we're expecting at least $350. And for the last year, the third year, we're expecting $1.3 million.
Our net income, net loss is we're going to lose money our first year, almost break even in our second year, and by year 3, we're going to start selling to schools and school districts, and that will increase our sales by 300% to get us like past even to $150,000.
This is our website QR code. You are invited to scan it if you want. It's not fully finished, but our initial plan for this website is to give information about us, present our future projects, and sell our cleats.
I would love to see that. Just one second.
Okay, our MVP is those cleats right there. We're going to insert basically what Blue Sol was, we're going to insert a heat shield, which is going to be our passive, and we're going to design an active cooling mechanism to put on the back that will basically, it will take a liquid gel that is cooling, and it will go, it's like a system, like your heart. It'll just pump throughout the whole shoe and basically cool down your feet. Thank you. You have any questions?
Are they someone else's, or did you guys create them, or?
We bought them, Cameron, where'd you buy them?
We just got them on Amazon. It was just a big shoe.
Okay, just something as a reference, okay.
And so, part of your solution is using the heat shield from
Word.
Buso, or y'all gonna have your own?
We're-
You have your own?
Yes, sir.
And then, okay, so the circulation system, like, what's the motor for that look like, or how does that, is that
We're-
activated by running, or is it?
We are still designing that, so we're not totally sure. So,
But our plan is for every step you take is gonna move around the shoe.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, maybe a pump in the wheel or something
Yes, sir.
that
Yes, sir.
circulates. Interesting.
Do y'all know your cost of goods or any of the expenses associated with operating a business?
Not off the top of my head.
Where did you say you were advertising?
We're going to be advertising in schools, and our website, and we're gonna be like social media, and just, like, yeah. Sorry.
I like that you narrowed it down to high schoolers in Texas. I think narrowing your market is good. But I also think getting on the social channels and getting on the athletic directors' radars, because this should be something that is in all of the southern states that we experience as the kind of summers and kind of football seasons that we do.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, I mean, I may be getting way ahead of this, but to accurately present a product, you've gotta be able to have some testing out there on the field. They're gonna want, I mean, football, it's a lot of impact. We all know there's a lot of heat, so how is that system, how's that shoe gonna rank? I mean, cause you think, okay, if we're looking at Adidas, Nike, things like that, why wouldn't they have already thought of this in the design of their shoe? So if you're gonna put sophisticated systems within a shoe with gel, what's to say it's not gonna burst? I mean, you know, longevity, just some things like that that would be realistic concerns when you're talking about football.
Yes, ma'am.
And weight too, I would assume. Adding weight to the shoe. I like the idea though. I mean, it's much needed, but yeah, I'd be interested to see what the final design will be.
And then what is the final cost again?
The final cost will be, we're estimating around $50 to make, and we're gonna sell it for $150.
And that's based on what, the $50 to make?
So we have a local guy that we, off of Lexus Sports. He makes shoes and other sporting goods. We got our numbers from him. He basically told us that a high-end shoe is roughly around 150 to 200. So we're gonna have a premium shoe. And the cost to make it is around like 25 to 50, around there. So we're estimating probably the higher end for 50.
Right.
So then would it be the schools that would be purchasing these, or they're promoting to the parents?
We are,
At first, we're gonna go to parents and
Okay.
then in year 3, we're gonna go reach out to schools.
Ah,
Fill in the
okay.
books. That's why year 3, profit goes up so much more than our year 1 and year 2.
I do think it would be helpful, I know you had the kind of line graph that showed your revenue, but I do think it could be helpful to show kind of month by month or year over year and include some of those costs and expenses associated, cause you came up with a net profit number, so you have to have some idea of cost,
Yes.
but laying it out for us would be helpful.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely some more work on the numbers. The idea of the product sounds really good. Really good.
It's needed. I just feel, you guys did great at presenting just your presence and comfort. But I felt like it was just kind of an incomplete thought. Like we hadn't thought through like, this is how we're gonna do this, so that if you're really presenting it to me, I'd be like, I don't have enough information to make a decision. Cause it felt like you're kind of filling in the gaps, and I applaud you for that to a degree, but I also wanna know like the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here and how you plan on making it happen, so
Yes.
just maybe some more complete thoughts.
Yes, ma'am.
It did make me think of the runners whose shoes have actually caught on fire, you know, it's good, I think, you know, it's like, whoa, that, you know, there could be a lot of growth potential to outside of football.
Yeah, just general runners, a marathon runner, they're gonna be going for 26 miles, so doesn't have to have cleats.
Good job.